I learned a lot about myself on ocean. I learned about my personal interests, responsibilities. It taught me a lot.
I have more of a strive for life and to do well in everything and to put as much as I want into something as I'm going to get out of it.
I just have this general knowledge and toughness, and I know how to put all of my being into something.
Right. You want me on this?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
No, it's gonna be you.
I talk about ocean all the time, and my friends all make fun of me for it, but there are things you learn on ocean that you will use for the rest of your life, and they will become so deeply ingrained with you that you can't imagine life without that experience.
The responsibility was unbelievably huge, but as we grew and as the trip went on, it just became part of our life. We had to sail the boat, we had to navigate it, we had to go to class at certain times during the day. It was our home and our lifestyle.
Definitely one of the biggest lessons on ocean classroom is group dynamics and how to work with a group of 22 people and how to navigate and sail a ship 3,500 miles. So, and I mean, out there on the ocean, you're not just, in the classroom working on a problem. You're facing storms and weather and winds, and if you don't work together as a group, you won't get anywhere. They'll say, you have to figure it out, and if you don't, we're going to be stuck here for the next 5 days. And I mean, when you're seasick and when you're tired and when you're hungry, and you have to work together to get to a goal. And that's probably one of the biggest lessons, how to be a leader and how to be a good follower and how to communicate and trust a lot of people.
And the ocean definitely has emotions. It can get awful rough out there, and you have about 22 people to depend on, like that they're standing next to you and that they'll help you if you need help, like without even having to ask. And when you're out there just with those people, you have to trust them a whole lot.
The academics, if those classes, if we were taking those same classes on land, it would be a completely different story because they'd feel, I think, pretty easy. But since you're on a boat and you're living on a boat and there's 16-foot swells coming at you sometimes and you're down below feeling like you're going to puke, it's a completely different story. So getting the work done was really hard. You go down below decks for 5 minutes, start your reading, and then all hands are called up on deck. So you run up on deck, raise a sail, go back down, read a few more sentences, write a few sentences in your homework, and then you're called back up again. And it's pouring rain, there's a squall. There's a whole other element that's added to what schoolwork would be like on campus.
A lot of the lessons that I learned on ocean translated back to school. I learned a lot more about being self-reliant.
After ocean, I went from not getting honors in my classes to being on heads list and getting into my first choice college.
Now I feel like I can do anything, really. It was worth the hard work, it was worth the bajillion sunburns, it was worth blisters, it was worth everything.
I've never worked so hard in my life. And because of that, it's this amazing experience that really forms a part of me.
Ocean to me wasn't just a trip down the East Coast. It wasn't just a bonding experience with a lot of my classmates. It was an adventure, but also a symbol of me growing up.